about the family and then some. I don't know but a quarter of what he knows. And I can only talk a little bit better, he talks much better than I do, so I want to make sure that he comes up here and gives us a little, history of our family and everything, and hopefully I followed everything that was okay with him. He's my older brother, so I have to look up to him. Okay. Let's give him a hand.
Good afternoon. I'm okay. We're gonna try to. They won't take care of me because I've been sick. Praise the Lord. I'm holding on. It's my pleasure to try to explain or to give you some information on Dolores Creech's family. Dolores Creech was born in 1925. She was the first generation of outlaws born in Wilson. And she is the daughter of Arthur Outlaw Sr. and Mary Jane Fisher Outlaw, as my brother called out her brothers and sisters. Now, my grandmother, her mother, came from Fayetteville area, and she came here as a young lady, and she married Keitha, and their first son, which is Mama Jean's father. He worked on a railroad, and he got killed. She was a widow at an early age, and she married my grandfather, which was Arthur Outlaw Sr. My mother was born in 1925. And in this family, we've always been taught, it's very simple. She kept it simple for us. She said, always remember to love those who love you. That was number one. Number two, she always used to say, if you take one step, God will take two. And number three is that she said, and I'll paraphrase it, as a family, God has blessed us with everything, and all that we need to do is just love one another. And that's what she was about. That's what she tried to do. That's what I try to do. That's the way that we were taught. And we was taught to be good and decent people and to enjoy life and to enjoy one another. And as I said, now I'll go back on my grandmother, Mary Jane's side. Mary Jane's mother was named Bertha Cade. She was married to Charlie Cade, which died. He died in Wilson in 1927. Bertha Cade died in 1936 at the age of 52, which was my mother's grandmother, and she used to live with my mother. And her father, Bertha Cade's father, was Pharaoh Fisher. So that's where the Fisher name comes in. She was a Fisher. Her maiden name was Fisher. That's about as far as I got on the Fisher side of the family. I'm still doing research on it. I'm still trying to find about it. But we got back as far as Pharaoh Fisher as the head of that family. Now, my grandfather, Arthur Outlaw Sr., was born in Eaton, well, actually Coleraine, North Carolina. And his roots go back to the Revolutionary War. So we've been here. When you talk about America, we are an American family. It's strange how history can talk to you. I find it intriguing to go back when I research our family to find out that Rodney is not the only entrepreneur in the family. Our great-grandfather was a shoemaker and had a shoe business in Pine Level, North Carolina, in 1900. So just like Solomon says, there's nothing new under the sun. So we just keep on keeping on in the tradition. And as I said, Arthur Outlaw was born in Coleraine, North Carolina. His mother was Charlotte Copeland, and she married James Outlaw, which is my mother's grandfather. And it's strange because I have a brother named James Outlaw. We didn't know that our great-grandfather was named James Outlaw. So we find out different things about the family. Now, Charlotte, Copeland, and James Outlaw, children were Augustus Outlaw. He was born in 1867. Mary Outlaw, born in 1869. Cornelia Outlaw, born in 1871. Martha Outlaw, born in 1874. Charles Outlaw, born in 1875. Evelina Outlaw, born in 1880. And our grandfather, Arthur T.B. Outlaw, born July 8, 1883. Now, Charlotte Copeland's family, well, actually, she had two sets of family. She had children by a man named Stephen Smith. And you got to understand, at this time, it was the Civil War, and she was in slavery. So with the children born to Stephen White and Charlotte Copeland was Alexander White, and John Albert White, and Louisiana White, and Albina White. Now, Charlotte's parents were George Washington Copeland, born in 1797. He married Jane Parson. To that union, the children were Harriet Copeland, Willis Copeland, Penelope Copeland, Priscilla Copeland, James Copeland, Henry Copeland, John Copeland, Hagar Copeland, Francis Copeland, Martha Copeland, Mary Copeland, Augusta Copeland, Emmanuel Copeland, and Charlotte Copeland, which is our great-great-grandmother. She was born in 1841, and actually her father was born in 1797. So we go back to the Revolutionary War. So we are truly an American story. And I'm continually researching, I'm continually finding, and what I find I'll pass on to the family. So hopefully that gives you some insight into the Creech family. Thank you.
Thank you to my big brother. Funny to say big brother, everybody always talk about I'm so big. Short. Okay, next I'd like to do a little housekeeping before we have our last, song. And I just want to say, if you have not signed in, please sign in. Make sure that you give Ms. Watkins all of her information that you need, because we want to do it even a bigger one next year. But we got to make sure that everybody is signed in. We have everybody's address, name, and everything. So next year we start things coming out a little bit earlier. So in the meantime, in this last one, we like to have as our closing song, like to have Miss Claretta Hooker to come up and to give us our last song. Okay. All right? Okay.
Hey, look at this. And they should look. Fat people. Look at that.
Everybody knows this. This is an old song. It's one of my mother's favorites. And those that know it, which I know you do, we're going to sing this together. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. Walk with me, Lord. Walk with me. While I'm on this pilgrim journey.
This has been a great day. This is a great beginning. And I'm hoping that everyone here, that what we have gotten today, that you will go out in the community and spread the word about the foundation, about the Dolores Outlaw Preach Fund, and about loving and helping each other. Thank you all for coming. Before you leave, like all the names of the family, Joshua first, your family is first, over there in the area. All the children and the kin folks, do not go anywhere. And don't be running around where I can't find you. Okay? But we'll be over here in the corner, and we're going to take pictures one at a time. Then we have one big picture we're going to take at the end of everyone. Okay? Thank you so much for attending. Hopefully next year we're going to have Michael Woodard's, some of the big time names up here singing for us. Hopefully I can pull them in at that time. Thank you so much for attending. All my colleagues, thank you so much. Have a good day. May God bless you.